The thing about being in a bond hustle like this is I hear all these different rationales that people have going. They come, they go, they different people have what they have. I'll tell you what this tells me, what this little setup means, and the whole way that the transaction actually got effectuated, right? Things, alerts that let me know, things that end up happening sequentially. The same reference points over and over again. You know what that says? That my AML system actually works, and that what there is an acknowledgement on a certain level in a systematology that is predicated upon leveraging liability that's been allowed to intentionally accrue based upon strategically coordinated defaults, including in this case a nuclear default. That your refusal to prosecute certain members of organized crime and instead allow them to infiltrate the government and front as legitimate is so substantial that now the default of the Democrats in refusing to support me against being exploited is double. Members of the High Court in a country that used to be under military occupation by the United States. You've been trafficking me in connection with events in Afghanistan ever since I tried to go to college, and I refused to support the outroll of the digital sex economy, which was based upon coercing women into agreeing to perform sex acts on command in order to demonstrate their loyalty to what appears to be a party and not even a government. That's what has accrued. And the problem is, I'm not going to join the Democrats. And so that's the hit on you every time. And I'm not being an asshole, and I'm not trying to coordinate a hit. I was trying to get a case regarding what it meant that I was in a shelter with women, children that were being trafficked and extorted into cooperation with organized crime while being forced, drugged, and subjected to experiments connected to what? How far down the rabbit hole are we? How far down the line are we? So apparently, that woman in a domestic violence shelter that you let administrators attempt to humiliate and kidnap for 10 days to try to get kickbacks for pharma contracts is what? Was I the kind of person that maybe could have been a judge one day? Could I have been a candidate for the Supreme Court? And how many years have you refused to even let me have a conversation with anybody? And now, whatever it was that you tried to seduce or compel or offer to buy off certain bourgeois women in advancing as an ostensible political paradigm to support women in other countries, what do those women have to look forward to? What if you're a woman in Afghanistan that's qualified to be a judge on the high court, and the women in this country won't take responsibility for what a woman in this country and other women with her did to another woman in this country, and instead just wave it off onto other people in other parts of the world, other women? Like, I don't know, women I was in domestic shelter, the violence shelters with? Who are the other women? Who are the other women that you refused to acknowledge? Who are the other women you intentionally denied due process with me? How many of them filed a case and got anywhere with it that wasn't about keeping custody of their children while they were forced to put them on drugs and enter into evidence that they complied with your mandate to drug their own children? How many other women are you murdering right now because you will not address in-house what's going on with the crime in this country?